So I got this awesome new camera that I'm trying out, and I got this awesome comment from someone watching a video of my top 5 bands. So we're going to answer the question of what my top 5 bands are. Now, this is a very difficult question. As you can see, I listen to a lot of music. That's just a small amount of all the CDs I own. So my range in music goes to a lot of places, really. And so it's really hard to answer the question of just top 5 bands. But I think I've narrowed down a pretty good list, and so I'm gonna go from 5 to 1, just to kind of throw out my favorite bands. So let's do that. Number 5, I'd probably have to pick Daft Punk. I have some vinyl art, 10th anniversary of Random Access Memories. Honestly, that's Daft Punk's best album, really. Go listen to that one. That's where they peaked. I mean, Lose Yourself to Dance, other ones that I can't name off the top of my head. And that's the thing with Daft Punk. As great of a band as they are, a lot of their songs are very, very similar. I think there's this great example on YouTube of someone mixing like 4 different Daft Punk songs together, and they all flow into each other because they have pretty similar beats and similar rhythms. And that's not much of a complaint to Daft Punk. I mean, great music that they made, but a lot of it sounds similar, so it's just kind of hard to listen to a lot of their music. Coming in at number 4, I'm actually going to have to put Quiet Riot. Quiet Riot made one of my favorite CDs that I listened to. Let me grab it. Here it is. This is Metal Health by Quiet Riot. One of my favorite CDs of all time. Of course, you have the song Metal Health, but then it's also the album that gave us their cover of Come On, Feel the Noise. And that's an iconic song. You may not have even known it was a cover because their version is that much more important to music. So number 4 would definitely have to be Quiet Riot. Just the overall feel, and some of the great songs that they've given us. Number 3, I'm going to have to put Franz Ferdinand. Franz Ferdinand has had a lot of good albums over the years. They just released a new one called The Human Fear, and their music's pretty good. And I've repped them for a while now. I really do like Franz Ferdinand. The song that you've probably heard from them is called Take Me Out. It's a really good song, but what I like about Franz Ferdinand is their ability to have these big open feelings. My best recommendation is to go listen to Audacious, the song, not the album, by Franz Ferdinand. And there's kind of this big orchestral moment during the chorus that I just really like. It resonates with me. So I recommend listening to them. I like so many of their songs. Dark of the Matinee, that's also on their title album. That's really good. Okay, coming in at number 2 is Linkin Park. Now, if you've seen a few videos back, I talked about Linkin Park and how after their lead singer passed away, just recently they got this lady named Emily to be the new lead singer of Linkin Park for some tours. Overall, I thought it was good. But anyways, I love Linkin Park, like, a lot. Hybrid Theory was their very first album, and it's their best album. Like I said, I think that's the best music album of all time, just because I can listen to absolutely every song every day and not get tired of it. So definitely go listen to that if you haven't. The number one song that you'll recognize is In the End, which is amazing. You'll also probably recognize Crawling. Maybe you'll recognize Paper Cut or Runaway. That's all from Hybrid Theory. Another good album of theirs is Memorabilia, I believe it's called. I'm gonna be honest, I am a big Linkin Park fan. I don't like their newer stuff that much, just because I think over time it got, I wouldn't say less, but I don't know. I kind of fell out of Linkin Park as I started listening to their later albums. So that's why they're at a number 2 for me. Okay, now I have to decide what my number 1 is, and that's going to be really hard. This band is called Interpol. Interpol made a lot of songs from the 2000s to now. I think they still make music. I need to check. I mean, probably Evil is their most iconic song. I do have a vinyl of theirs from an album called Bright Lights, great album. Leif Erikson is my favorite on that album. If I had to choose my favorite song from Antics, it would be either Evil or Slow Hands and Not Even Jail. Those two songs. For Antics, I recommend you listen to that one all the way through start to finish, just because it flows into each song really nicely. I wouldn't recommend doing that for all of their songs. If you're gonna go listen to Bright Lights, kind of skip around a little, just because I don't necessarily like how the songs go into each other. Leif Erikson is probably the best on that album. It's definitely my personal favorite. But Interpol just has a really nice sound to them. Their lead singer sings very deeply, and I actually appreciate that because it's actually some of the only songs that I can sing along to with my deep voice. Well, I mean, my voice is high-pitched, but when I sing, I have to sing low. So I can actually sing along to Interpol's songs a lot, and I do like them for that, just because I like to sing along to my music. But yeah, that was the tier list, I guess. This is really just to get my camera working. So I have OBS open here, just been looking at that this whole time. That's why I'm auto adjusting the color. Alright, anyways, yeah, so that's why I've been looking up here a lot and not at you, is because I'm trying to make sure that the camera's working alright. Frame rate's a little low, but what are you gonna do? That's fine. So yeah, to commenter, yes, okay, but why? Those are my 5 favorite bands. Thank you so much for commenting that. I hope you enjoyed my video. I certainly liked it. So yeah, later.